Alright, my people, welcome back to the channel. This is Miracle Maker Football Channel. Game week 3. This is the match day 3 between Chelsea and Ajax. Ajax are coming to Stamford Bridge for this game. I think many people are underestimating Ajax. They are writing Ajax off. I've seen so many people talk about how Chelsea will demolish and sweep Ajax away. These are the kind of games Chelsea struggle. I'm not trying to be negative. I still believe that Chelsea has enough quality to beat this game, but Ajax is not a team Chelsea or anybody will underestimate. No, currently Ajax are struggling. Even in the Champions League, they are struggling. In the Eredivisie as well, they only have one win in their last 5 games, losing 2 and drawing 2. But remember, teams that are struggling, whenever they meet Chelsea, they seem to get this sudden revival. So we should not underestimate Ajax because of their current form. Chelsea, on the other hand, we are enjoying a good run of form. They lost to Brighton aside. Chelsea has 4 wins in the last 5 games. So on paper, you expect Chelsea to get the upper hand over Ajax. I am optimistic that Chelsea will win this game. Like I said earlier, we should not underestimate Ajax. The last meeting between Chelsea and Ajax, that should be around 2019. 4-4. One of the best nights in Stamford Bridge. A match that saw Chelsea with 2 own goals. Kepa Arrizabalaga and Tammy Abraham scored own goals for Chelsea. The game was so intense. It was an exciting game. With Kozuma almost scoring what could have won the Pukas Award. It was a wonderful run, but his finishing let him down. It was a nice game between Chelsea and Ajax. It ended 4-4 as Duqueta scored what he thought was a winning goal, but it was ruled out for either offside or handball, either of them. The game was played around 2019, so forgive me for forgetting some of the details. But today, Chelsea will be hoping to get our second win in the competition. We are trying to avoid playoffs. We want to qualify directly to the round of 16. And for us to do that, Ajax, we need to beat Ajax. We need to beat Ajax. Chelsea only has 3 points so far in 2 games. We lost to Bayern Munich and won Benfica. So Ajax present an opportunity for Chelsea to add to their 3 points. We need to beat Ajax. Some players are missing this game through injury and suspension. Joao Pedro in our last match against Benfica got a second yellow card that resulted to his red card, and he is suspended for this game. So Joao Pedro, who himself is struggling for form, is not available for selection, which leaves us with 2 options, Maguire and Tyreek George. Enzo Maresca will have to choose between these 2 options, either Maguire or Tyreek George. These are the options for Maresca. Though Tyreek George is not a natural striker, but under Enzo Maresca, he prefers to play him there against his natural left-wing position. We fans, we have been clamoring for Maguire to be starting games. And when he was introduced against Nottingham Forest, we saw how our attack became more likely. Joao Pedro dropping to the number 10. But with Joao Pedro unavailable for this game, I think Maresca will have no option but to start Maguire for this game. Unless the rumors are true. There are some rumors that Chelsea doesn't want to captain Maguire because of a potential striker that will be arriving on January. If that is the case, so I expect Chelsea not to feature Maguire for this game. But like I said, it is just a rumor. There is no official confirmation for this rumor. Gueye and Tyreek George are options for the striker position. Who will get the nod? Enzo Maresca will have to decide. It is important for Chelsea to get their tactics right. Ajax, like I said earlier, we should not underestimate them. But that doesn't mean that we don't have enough power, enough quality to defeat Ajax. I'm expecting nothing but a victory. Expect Chelsea to make some changes, especially at the defense. I think we have to see some players getting a needed rest. Somebody like Marco Cucurella. I think Jorge Hato should be considered for this game. He's playing against his former team. And when he was at Ajax, he was one of the best players for Ajax. I think he knows how to play them. This is his former team. There is no point benching Jorge Hato. It is an opportunity for Marco Cucurella to get a needed rest. We are so thin at the defense. So any opportunity that presents itself for some of our experienced defenders to get the rest, we should take it. And Ajax presents an opportunity for Cucurella to rest. So Enzo Maresca should consider starting with Jorge Hato at the left back. When asked about Hato, Maresca has so many praises for him. Talked about him playing as a left centre back, left back, or even as a defensive midfielder. He's a talented kid, still young and learning. Though at the early period of his Chelsea career, he struggled with the intensity of the Premier League. But as time goes on, you can see that he is improving. When he was introduced against Liverpool, before the injury, we saw how composed Jorge Hato was. If Chelsea doesn't consider Jorge Hato good enough to start against Ajax, then I think there is an issue. There is an issue. If Hato doesn't have the quality to start against his former club, Ajax, then there are some questions that should be raised about his quality. But I think Hato has enough quality to start so that Cucurella will rest. Then another area, rounding up this video, another area I need to talk about is the discipline. Chelsea must not get another red card. It is no longer funny. Our last match, Malo Gusto got a red card despite Chelsea leading 3-0. Maresca confirmed that it was a huge mistake. They were trying not to concede. That's why they were shouting at themselves that they don't want to concede. They were aggressive. The intensity was still there. But sir, I think half of the blame should be directed to you. Malo Gusto was on yellow card, and you saw how aggressive he has been since getting that yellow card, diving into tackles, flying, sliding up and down. You could have substituted Malo Gusto. Had it been you substituted Malo Gusto, there is no how you will get that red card. So the red card for Malo Gusto is 50-50. 50 to Malo Gusto and 50 to Enzo Maresca. Guys, stay tuned to the channel because in my next video, I'll be coming with the possible or predicted 11 for this game against Ajax. Let me see your prediction in the comment section. What are your scoreline? What is your prediction for this game, Chelsea versus Ajax? I'll be back. Make sure to subscribe. Stay cool and stay blessed. Blue always is the color.